Hey guys, so I thought I'd make a video addressing these recent challenges that I've gotten basically since I made my 1 kilo dry weight pasta challenge attempt. I've gotten several other challenges like the 10,000 calorie challenge in a day. I've gotten asked to do 50 bananas in a day, 30 bananas in a day. I can't even, or not in a day, but in a meal. Sorry, in a meal. I got asked to do 50 bananas in a day though. And I got asked to do a rice challenge. So again, a 1 kilo dry weight rice challenge. And I just want to address this all and say I just can't do it. I physically can't do it. Basically, I think The Biology of Starvation by Ansel Keys sums it up really well in that he says, to consume that many calories a day, you need to come from a past of starvation. And that's basically like what his whole study was about. It was starvation. It was what's the bare minimum that humans need to survive and thrive. And it's definitely, as we learned, over 2,100 calories a day. Anything under 2,100 calories a day is classified as starvation and is basically your body slowly shutting down. And that's not something you want, especially if you want to be healthy, have a good metabolism, be slim and fit, and full of energy, So basically Ansel Keys put his patients on a 1,500 calorie diet or close to 1,600 calorie diet, still very low, but not as low as some women do this time of the century. It's fucking crazy. There's like 1,200 calorie diets out there. It's absolutely insane. This is totally unsustainable. And the reason why you shouldn't do that is because it will just slow your metabolism down. That's science. Your heart rate is reduced. Your thyroid function is lowered. You are burning less calories. And that's what you don't want. Because as soon as you start eating again, you don't even have to increase your portions. Just with time, your body weight is going to increase because your body wants to survive. And it sees that it's not getting enough calories. Anyway, back to the topic of these challenges. Why can't I do them? Because as Ansel Keys showed us, it's only after a human goes through a past of starvation that they can eat, 5,000 to 12,000 calories a day. And obviously there are some days when I can't eat 5,000 in a day, and it depends kind of on what I did yesterday and how much energy I've expended and, how active I am and those kinds of things. It's all very related to one another, how much energy you need versus how much energy you spent. And yeah, it has to do with how much energy you spent today, as well as yesterday, as well as the day before that, and how much, it's all accumulated and it's all, an aggregate basically. So, Ansel Keys showed us well that his patients, after their period of starvation, could consume 5,000 to 12,000 calories a day. So that's basically what these challenges are asking for. Obviously not 5,000, but more around, 8 to 12,000 calories. And that's just not something that I can do because I'm not coming from a past of starvation. Normal healthy people just can't eat that much food. It's just impossible. We don't have the appetite for it. Like when you're eating for a little while, your body kind of goes, all right, I had enough, and I'm done. And you just push the food away because you're done. You just can't eat anymore. And that's how the human body works. That's what the appetite does. It regulates how much food you need. And so it's only damaged in people who are coming from severely restricted pasts or people who have trained themselves to normally consume that many calories. However, these people, unless they're throwing up, are going to be obese because it's just not, humans are not designed to consume that much food. And in most cases, people who do consume a large amount of calories are only consuming like one meal a day, basically like sumo wrestler diets. They starve themselves all day, and then at night before bed, they just binge, and that's basically how they put on their weight, So if you want to put on weight, that's basically what you need to do. And a lot of people, I did that myself, not even recognizing what I was doing. I was like, good job, I skipped breakfast. Good job, you skipped lunch, and now it's dinner, and now you're just going to eat a tiny portion. But when you sit down at that dinner and plate, Like, you just keep eating and eating and eating and going, and then everybody leaves, everybody's way done eating, and you're still eating, and then you start raiding the cupboards for snacks, salty, sweet, anything. And that's completely normal. That's a response to starvation, you know, and that's just to say that a normal, healthy person cannot binge out that way. You know, it's just impossible. We don't have the appetite. We don't have the motivation to do it. But the motivation to do it is obviously biological. It comes from your body. It's not something you control in your brain. It's not like I can just sit down and just do it, you know, because it gets to a point where I can't chew anymore. I can't swallow anymore. And that's, you know, that's just a normal response. So unless you train yourself to consume that many calories in a day, in a meal, whatever the case, you just can't do it, you know, especially if you're not expending much energy like I am right now. You know, I'm really lazy right now. I do maybe like, I want to say like on a good week, I would do 2 hours a week of actual exercise right now because it's winter, you know, and I've been doing that basically for the last few months, you know, and barely any exercise. And that's just to say, like, you can, like, you don't have to restrict your calories to stay slim. I'm still eating over 2,500 calories a day. I'm still eating well over 2,500 calories a day, and most days 3,000 calories, especially if I'm going to work, because, you know, I'm dealing with customers and they're often not exactly great, you know, and it just, you need the energy. You need to be like top, you know, level, ready for anything, you know. So that's basically what food does for you, and that's what it does for me, and that's why I consume so much of it, because I recognize it's just energy, and what's not burnt up in physical activity is just burnt up as body heat. And I'm not going to get fat from consuming high carb, low fat vegan foods, and that's the smartest thing you can do, is consume high carb, low fat vegan foods, because you're not going to get fat on them, you know. Carbs are the body's primary fuel source, and that's really all you need to know. So just aim for, you know, potatoes, rice, pasta, fruits, vegetables, avoid high fat foods, avoid nuts and seeds. Obviously you can have them, but they're not going to make you feel your best. Avocado, same thing. So yeah, I think I'll leave this video here. I hope that explains well enough why I can't do these food challenges. I just don't have the appetite. I'm a healthy person. Like, I'm not coming from a starved background. Probably 4.5 years ago, I would be able to do something like 30 bananas in one sitting. I think the max I hit was like 22, which was just like me eating, like casually eating. And that's because my metabolism was fucked. Like, it was fucked. Now, you know, it's a very different picture, and I'm really happy that I have recovered, but you know, that's taken away my ability to to overstuff myself in that way. So I guess I'll leave it here. If you've got any other questions, leave them in the comment section below. And thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon.